to g6, just not enough pieces for white to give mate. Magnus gives another mate, and Levon can simply fall back to h7 one more time because h5 is defended by that queen on b5. He could also go king h6. Either ways, white will give a check, and this game will end in a draw in just a couple of moves now.
It's a heroic defensive effort from Levon. He made it look so easy. I know the eval bar never got away from him, but these are the types of games that Magnus Carlsen wins all the time. Right? He just presses and squeezes, and eventually you just relent because it's hard to defend for 30 moves. But that's what's going to annoy Magnus the most. Not the results of the game, but the fact that the game didn't last longer, that he didn't make Levon suffer. Levon's not suffering. We're about to reach move 40. It's going to be a draw. With the black pieces in game one, Levon Aronian will make that draw. And with it, his tournament is off to a great start. He is a 4-time champion in Vaikonze. Magnus Carlsen, an 8-time champion. But this is the perfect start for Levon and not the start that Magnus wanted.
And that's it. Handshakes. The first result of the first round, Magnus Carlsen ends with a draw against Levon. Definitely Levon's the one who's more pleased with this outcome. We see the two players still on the board, analyzing some variation. Levon felt the pressure in the game. But Robert, I'm very proud of the fact that I did point out that Lev will find a way. I believed in him. I believed in his resources. And he managed to make it look pretty simple.
Yeah, no, he really did. Because when Lev takes over, I mean, you just got to trust him. And he was able to stabilize. His position was worse. And they're talking. The players do that, analyze at the board. They just want to hear each other's thoughts. And they have tremendous amount of respect for one another. Right? These two players, they're laughing, right? It's like, okay, I drew with the white pieces against somebody I wanted to beat, but that's not such a big deal. And I think there is so much mutual respect between these two players. They have squared off many times. We showed that graphic earlier, and the players, they remain up the assigned score sheets. These two players, I mean, they gave it their all in game one, but for Magnus, it didn't lead to a victory, and for Levon, it led to the perfect result, a draw with black against the best player on the planet. So, with a sigh of relief, Levon leaves his chair. He's going to have to get ready for game 2 tomorrow.
And I saw Magnus there picking up the G pawn, probably pointing out to those plans that you were mentioning with G4, breaking open